Hello, everyone. So I just tried to start my live a couple minutes ago and it was not working. So I guess the sound wasn't working. So I'm going to start all over again in a minute because I just want to make sure that my sound is actually working. So okay. Okay. Okay, cool. All right, I'm going to hang up. Okay, guys. So welcome back. Sorry for the confusion. Welcome to my first live. So I guess this was meant to be because right now the time is 12:12. So I guess the divine wanted me to start at 12:12. It is a power number instead of exactly at 12 on the dot. So I'm going to restart my live here and start all over. So I just tried to start a couple minutes ago and the sound was not working. So I apologize to anybody. But welcome to my channel. Welcome to my first live. My name is Catherine and I'm so excited to be doing this live with you guys. Basically, how I'm going to do this is that, again, I'm just in the process of expanding my channel. And I was so excited to go live. I was so excited. I needed 50 subscribers. So again, I'm in the process. It's a very small channel. I'm in the process of building my channel. And I was so excited to get to the point where I am at, I have 50 subscribers, so minimum 50 subscribers, so I can actually go live. So here I am. So again, anybody who's supporting me, I'm so grateful for you guys. Now, this is all new for me. As you can see that I tried to go live a couple minutes ago and there was no sound whatsoever. So just bear with me as I learn this process and I kind of find my way navigating this new thing for me. So my mantra for this year is get comfortable being uncomfortable. Okay. So that's like my mantra. It's like a whole thing about just facing my fears head on. And this is something that, going live like this, I'm excited about it because it just shows you, it just allows me to be me. And then with any interaction from you guys. So how I work this is if you guys want to interact with me, feel free to hop on and ask any questions whatsoever. And I will utilize my higher self and your higher self and whatever I'm divinely guided to say to you to provide you with the information or guidance that you need at this point on your journey. Now, also know that, time is an illusion. So if you are seeing this message and you are not live with me and you're seeing this message later, this message is still meant for you. So time really has no significance in any type of divine reading. This message will find you when it needs to. So, all right, so I'm going to get started. And on this first video here, I'm going to walk you through my process as far as how I ground myself for any type of reading or any type of energy. So, let me just see really quick. Okay. So normally how I start out is I'm going to actually Palo Santo myself. So I'm going to light my Palo Santo. Palo Santo is known as holy wood. And it's really great just to to cleanse your space or cleanse your energy. I use it multiple times a day on myself just to cleanse my energy and just kind of help me to reground myself and come back to myself. So I kind of just go all around my body. I go around my head like 3 times. It's just like ritual stuff. And then under my arms, any space where energy can get stagnant, I really make sure I go over. So it's kind of nice. And then especially if you are out with a lot of people and you're an empath and you really feel other people's energies strongly and you could feel their emotions, it is almost imperative that you are cleansing your energy in one form or another. And this is a great way to do it. But when you're out, especially in a big crowd, you really pick up a lot of other people's energies. So you want to make sure that you come back to yourself. you call back your own energy, and you're not leaking any energy out anywhere else. So I also do like to cleanse my cards, my space, just to ensure that everything is nice and clean. And I have a nice, clean, fresh slate to start with when I do any type of readings. So, all right, perfect. All right, well, again, thank you so much for being here. Now that I do that, I do want to set an intention for this reading, for this first live. And my intention is always to hold space in love for you, for your soul, for your soul's growth. So any messages that come through to me, they come through in love to help you grow, and it's a message that you need at this point on your journey. So again, thank you for supporting me. Thank you for being here, and thank you for helping the whole entire collective to grow and to ascend. Now, with that, this is kind of where I left off before. So with that, I like to ground. I want to do like a grounding circle. And how I do that is I call on the archangels to ground different areas, right? So when you're doing this for yourself, it's great if you face this particular direction, that you can actually use the compass on your phone to figure out where like north, south, east, west is. But it's great to be able to ground the actual, ground your space. So if you're doing this, you can look on your phone, find out like where like north is, east is, and you actually want to like point yourself in that direction, stand in that direction, and then call on the archangel at that point. So because I'm live, I'm just going to face you guys and then do that so we have a grounding space. So I'm going to, at this time, well, first I'm going to take a couple deep breaths, okay, just to kind of bring myself back to center. All right. Okay, perfect. All right, so at this time, I want to call on Archangel Raphael. Archangel Raphael, please ground our space from the east. Archangel Raphael, he's an angel and the archangel of healing. Please send your green, radiant, beautiful light upon us to help us heal any energy that is stagnant within us. Anything that needs to be released from our body, please help us do it at this time. Archangel Michael, the archangel of strength and protection, please ground us from the south. Please use your sword of light to help us fight off any type of fear, anything that is stuck in our body as well. Give us the strength that we need to overcome our mind, overcome any type of negativity or fear that is surrounding us and surrounding our energy. From the west, I call on Archangel Gabriel. Archangel Gabriel is the archangel of communication. He typically also resides in our throat chakra and helps us speak our truth, helps us really communicate. So Archangel Gabriel, I ask at this time that you help us to communicate and choose our words wisely, choose our words with wisdom, and know that every word that we choose is a word of creation. So help us choose our words in kindness, from our heart space, and from compassion. And then from the north, I call on Archangel Uriel. Archangel Uriel is the archangel of wisdom and understanding and compassion. Archangel Uriel, I ask that you cleanse our mind, help us to have discerning thoughts, help us to be very wise in our actions, and help us to be very compassionate with our heart and with our energy. So now that we have grounded the space, I want to thank all the archangels for being here and for providing this protection circle for us. So thank you, angels. This is absolutely beautiful. Okay, so now that our space is grounded and we have protected our energy, we've cleansed our energy, I want to kind of start off the reading. I will pull a couple cards and then I'll kind of take you guys on what I've been guided to do today. So earlier today, I pulled a card, and the card that I pulled, it said raw intention. Okay. So when I read this, it was actually like really profound and really powerful for today's message. So raw intention, it talks about, living our life with intention. And, once you have the divine spark in your heart and this fire within you to create, there's raw intention and then there's honed intention. So for this like live stream that I'm doing right now, there was a lot of like honed, polished intention that went into this, right? So when I speak about honed and polished intention, it's, setting the space so everything looks like really, nice, and making sure that my camera was set up, making sure that my microphone worked properly, making sure that everything, was working, making sure that I had everything ready to go live, right? So that's intention. My intention was to create these lives to be able to help souls out there on their ascension journey. And to do that, I had to do a lot of like small polishing to make sure that everything is going to run smoothly. Now, the raw intention comes into play with basically what is happening now, right? So, as much as I had it planned out, raw intention is really just going, kind of going with the flow, but really feeling that raw desire, that rawness in your heart of just whatever's meant to be will be. Whatever's meant to come out is going to come out. And that's what the divine really wanted me to do today with this reading. It was really just be and see what happens, right? So it's just to show up, hold space and love for you guys, and just go with the flow and see what's going to happen. So my honed intention was to kind of start out like I did, showing you guys my processes as far as how things are going to work and how I ground my space and how I call on the archangels to surround and create a protection circle. And then I'm going to pull some cards. So whether you are following along live or not, when this message finds you, like I said before, time is irrelevant. So this message will find you when it is actually meant to find you, right? So when I pull the cards, whoever's meant to see this message at a specific time will. So the message will get to you when it's actually needed. And I pull cards, a lot of things that I go through, I feel in my body. I'm clairsentient in the sense that I just know things, like things will just come to me. And clairaudient in the sense that I do also kind of hear things in my mind's eye. I do have some other clairs, but they're not as strong. So my clairsentient is my strongest, and that is the one where it's just like a strong knowing of like what I'm supposed to do, or a strong knowing as far as like a message that's coming through. A lot of messages that I do get come from nature, are very nature inspired, but really signs and synchronicities are everywhere. And once you are awake and once you are open to see the messages, you will see them everywhere, and it's constant. It's just a complete new language of how you speak with the angels, ascended masters, God, everybody else out there who is supporting us on our paths and our journeys. So again, my honed intention or my polished intention was to read cards. Now, the raw intention that actually came up today, which I have never done before, so this is going to be like a little bit new, is they guided me to get a pad and a piece of paper and actually do a little like raw sketching. So after I pull some cards, I'm actually going to just raw sketch to see where that goes and see if there's a message that comes out that actually somebody needs to see, some type of visual that somebody needs to see or somebody needs to hear. So just flow with me on that, because I've never done this, but that is what I'm guided to do today. So that's what's going to come through. Just like when I started this message started, the second message started at 1212. So like I said, that is a power number. That is an angel number. So that was what was meant to be. They wanted me to start at exactly 1212 instead of 12 like I had planned. So, all right. Well, again, thank you guys so much for your support. I am just like, it doesn't matter how many followers I have. I can have one and I'm like absolutely ecstatic, right? So every single person that when you follow me, I am just truly grateful, and I'm sending you so much good, positive energy. And like I said, my intention was really just to be able to help souls and anybody who's going through any type of ascension journey or just needs guidance or a little bit of like positive reinforcement on a certain day. That's my goal. I really just want to be here for you guys, hold space. I've been through the process, so I understand it. in any way that I can help you. That's my goal. So, all right, cool. So I'm gonna pull some cards for you guys. I'm gonna actually just shuffle a couple times just to make sure everything's good and the energy is clear. I shuffle just like normal, like casino shuffling. Now, one other thing you should know about me is anytime I do readings, I sit on the ground. So right now I am sitting on the ground. It's a way that I feel like super connected. I love to sit Indian style. I love to sit on the ground. It's just a way I feel way more connected to Earth, to Mother Gaia. I can feel the energies more. I can just feel the divine around me. And I absolutely love it. So I'm sitting in Indian style on the ground, just to give you guys a better visual. Okay. Now there's a lot coming up around like the throat chakra. The other thing that I've been getting a lot of today is like amethyst, purple, and like your third eye chakra. So there's a lot going on right now in the collective of your gifts and your power coming online. So your true gifts are really coming through. Your power is coming through. Your third eye chakra, which is right up here, it's denoted by the color purple, and that's really coming online now. So just kind of flow with it and know, like, whatever you're feeling. Sorry. And that's like, anytime you're burping, it's like a lot of like fear that's being released. So there's a lot of fear that's being released out of the collective, but your gifts are coming online. And anytime that you're honing your intuition and you're like feeling into your gifts, you really have to gain trust for yourself and trust for the divine, trust for God, and then a mutual trust. So there's a trust where like you really say, I trust in us, that you trust in you and the creator working together to co-create your life. But it is really about trust in God, trust in yourself, and trust in your inner knowing. So going within to really hone that skill, hone your intuition, hone your psychic abilities, and really like trust and believe in yourself. So, all right, cool. So I'm going to find out. All right, so I'm going to shuffle the cards, just find out what is meant to come out. So now this is taking me, everyone has their way of reading cards. Okay, any others? So this, right now I'm just going to pull one card. This is what's come out. Sometimes, like when I pull a card, most of the time the cards will just kind of fly out. But then I also ask, is this the right one? And then I'll get like an inner knowing as to whether or not that's correct. So it's like a secondary just to make sure that's the right one. But again, everybody reads cards differently, everybody pulls cards differently. But it's really just kind of whatever comes out. And then I just follow up with just confirmation from the angels. So, all right, this is the card that came out. It says, celebrate your wins. So this is absolutely amazing because I think, like I said, right now with the collective, there is so much inner fire going on. There is so much just change that's happening right now. So every little step that you take in the direction towards you is a win, right? And sometimes like we tend to look at like the end goal, right? Like the end, and we're like, okay, like you're just shooting for that end. And we forget to just celebrate the wins, the daily wins, right? It could be like a matter of you just got out of bed today and made your bed. That's a win, right? But when you're really, when you have that divine fire and you're taking steps towards your mission, towards your true self, you have to celebrate yourself. You have to celebrate yourself. Nobody else is going to do it. So you are the one to celebrate. So just get excited, smile, just laugh out loud. Treat yourself, for if you do something that's like taking a step in that right direction towards yourself, treat yourself to like a chocolate or a coffee or whatever makes you happy, whatever brings you alive, and, however you want to reward yourself, do that, but make sure to celebrate your wins. So that's just my quick take on that. It's funny because this card, I don't know if you could see this, right? Let me go over here. All right. So it looks like a rooster to me. Right. And roosters, it's a funny animal, but roosters have been coming up a lot lately for me. And I think I spoke about this the other day, but roosters really signify like a spiritual enlightenment, spiritual change, almost like a kind of like a rebirth energy. Kind of goes with baptism as well, which I spoke of the other day. But it's really just like an enlightenment. You can see that there's also like these little lights around the rooster as well. So it's like a kind of spiritual awakening. And this goes hand in hand with like awakening your true gifts, your true power, and that your third eye opening and your gifts coming online. So I love that. All right, let me go to page 49. There's actually one away. So not too bad. Oh, that's not it. Oh no, 49, the number. All right, almost there. Okay, so celebrate your wins. Now, these are new cards that I just got a couple weeks ago. And I love this thing because they give you an essential meaning. They give you like a self-care message, which is actually like the opposite. It's almost like the negative aspects of it. So something, if it's coming up, something you may need to go inward with and heal. And they give you the basic message. And then at the end, they actually give you some like shadow work questions. So what I'm going to start with here is like the shadow work. So it says, celebrate your wins, right? The questions are, have you ever thrown yourself a party, right? So these are something to just think about. Like, have you ever thrown yourself a party? What would close friends and family say your best qualities are? So this is a great thing to do. It's a great thing to write down your qualities and really kind of boost yourself up. And this really also shows you who you truly are, but it also helps you go within and have that true self-love. You're great. So what would your close friends and family say your best qualities are? Your greatest gifts? Go ahead and ask them. If that makes you feel uncomfortable, ask yourself why. Oh, that's pretty cool. So that's a great one. Ask your friends and family, and if that makes you uncomfortable, why? So you should be able to open up to them, whatever. So yes, ask them. All right, cool. So those are the questions. So really kind of go within and think about those questions, which I think are really cool. And then this is the actual book reading, right? So I gave you my interpretation. This is the book interpretation. So it says, you've earned a few golden stars that you haven't given yourself enough credit for. And it's time you indulge in some serious self-praise with some lavish celebration. Go all out. Look for the wins you've had and focus on everything you've accomplished. Write it down. See the progress you've made because you've come a long way. You've come a long way, baby. It can be far too easy to ruminate on what's not working. And as a result, some of your amazing work gets shrugged off, downplayed, or downright missed. Are you able to see the tremendous strides you've taken? It's okay to boast and flaunt a little. Sometimes you need to. How easily can you communicate your triumphs to others? Do you invite them to partake in your celebrations? This card isn't suggesting a fugly, pushy, salesy, look at me kind of cock-a-doodle-doo. It's talking about honesty and enthusiastically sharing your wins in order to energetically bring you more of the same. Take a big breath in and gracefully and authentically accept the fact that you are on the right track and ready to rock. So I absolutely love that. I think that's a great thing because it really just kind of also goes with like abundance. Like the more that we're putting out there into the universe, we're getting, or the laws of the universe, whatever we're putting out there, we're getting more of back, right? So if you celebrate your wins, then that's just going to kind of create that cycle of celebration and continue that movement, that positive energy flow that you're looking for. So really, really beautiful. I love that. Let me just see. Do we need any other cards of clarity at this moment? No. Anything else? No, sure. So I said no. I said no, right? They didn't want me to have any other cards. And then I knocked one off. So I'm just going to give you guys this one too, just because things don't really happen. Everything happens for a reason. So this one says rise. And this is a beautiful card. It has all the colors in it. So right now I feel that if you're seeing this message, you're fully balanced in your energy. Your chakras are all aligned. Everything's coming. Like I said, your psychic gifts are coming online. And this is really just rise. It goes with that, the spiritual, the rooster, the spiritual ascension, the awakening. This is just saying that rise again. So Let me just see what that is too, just to kind of give you that since that just popped out here. Okay. How hard are you on yourself? How are you keeping yourself down? Are you motivating yourself as much as you would others? Are you rising up like a warrior and upping your inner dialogue and your self love right along with your skills, your promotional materials, and your to do list? Does your outer success match your inner glow? And this is it says, you're ready. You feel it in your soul and you hear it in your heart. You're ready to step up, unveil your brilliance, and run across the field shouting your dream to the world. Reach out and reveal a piece of your plan and share a part of your magic. Think bigger this time. You're going to rise higher than you ever have before. So you're going to need a grander entrance. Give yourself permission to openly pursue the giant badass goal that you've got. As you let it loose and try it on for size, you'll untether your potential beyond anything that you can fathom. Start to ask, why not me? And realize that it's your turn to rise. If something is coming to a halt, or if you have recently suffered an unpleasant blow to your momentum, this card illuminates the time for second chances. You're being gifted a redo with all the rebirth energy of the Phoenix. And this time, you get to decide just how far you'll fly. Take a moment to regroup and implement any changes that are needed, and then open your wings and rise. So they're both really powerful cards today, about like celebrating your win, and that you're just rising as high as you can imagine. Just remember that we are all limitless beings. It's a huge, I feel like a huge message that's coming through this year. So much of the collective is coming into oneness. They're coming into inner union with themselves, into inner union with their divine counterparts, and just rising to different dimensions, higher dimensions of consciousness, where we can really kind of co-create the new world, the new kingdom. So it's absolutely beautiful. So those two messages go hand in hand with that, where the collective is right now, that they're rising. It has the divine fire spark within them, and you're really limitless beings at this point. So you are really the I am presence in this world, the true consciousness. So love that. All right, so now I'm going to try to end this reading. I have a couple minutes left. I was just trying to shoot for about 30 minutes of live time for my first one, because it's not easy to just talk for a half an hour to yourself for the most part. So this last part here, I'm just going to kind of do some like free sketching. So just bear with me for a minute, and what's meant to come out is meant to come out. So I don't really know if I'm supposed to close my eyes. I'm going to close my eyes and just kind of feel for a second and see what's going to happen. So all right, so this is what's coming out for me, right? So I'm not like a sketch artist or anything, right? So what this is here, let me see. What this is here is I'm getting this pyramid with this divine channel, right? So I was going up and down like this. So there's this divine channel of light that's actually coming in right now. And I'm going backwards on this camera here, but this is actually showing me the crown chakra. So your crown chakra is actually opening fully now. So there was like petals coming out that was kind of like making me go over here, around and around. And then I'm also seeing like a rotation, right? Sorry, everything's backwards. So let me go like this. I can't point right. Okay. So this here, as I was seeing this, right? So the light was coming in, it's pouring into the crown chakra. So this is kind of like your vessel. This is how we can communicate with the divine. This is a symbol of pyramid. This is your crown chakra that is opening at this time. I started using purple because I was guided with purple today. So this kind of also talks about your gifts coming online. And then rotation. This rotation is your Merkaba. So same thing with this triangle. Anybody who, if you understand the Merkaba, it's basically the divine feminine and masculine energies coming together. One is denoted as a triangle like this. The other one is denoted as a triangle going down. And they're tetrahedrons. So they're three-dimensional. Three-dimensional and they're separate, right? So they rotate. One rotates to the right, one rotates to the left, and then it actually creates like a third energy. But I'm seeing this too, that your Merkaba, everything is starting to rotate, and that's basically your like your divine vessel. Like it's how you're able to travel. It's like what am I calling? Like a vehicle, your divine vehicle. It's the way that you're able to travel, like astral travel. So travel between different worlds, different dimensions. So it's showing that with your psychic gifts, this is actually coming online right now too. So again, this is my first time ever like doing any type of sketch thing like that. But that's what I've been shown. And it kind of goes hand in hand with what's happening right now in the collective. So that is my live for today. I want to thank you all for joining. Hopefully this message finds you well. Again, as I get more people that are going to participate in my lives, there'll be more interaction and I'll be able to pull cards for those specific individuals. But for right now, if this message found you, it was meant to, and I'm sending you so much love, so much light, so many blessings. So thank you.